What's up guys, the Hunted Reaper here. In today's video I'm going to give you a crash course and some expert tips on Gambit mode and basically how to dominate, how to get that streak meter up, and how to become a better rank in the game mode faster and get a bunch of crazy loot from all the wins you're going to be getting. So I'm going to teach you guys a lot of the basics and also a lot of the really harder steps and a lot of the cool things you can do if you have the skills to do them that can really help your team or really elevate your team to a new level. So without further ado, I'm going to get to it because we've got a lot to cover. But first, I hope you guys like and subscribe. I'm a new channel right now. I'm not really new, but I've been around for a while and I'm really trying to grow my subscriber base. So I hope you guys subscribe, check out my other content. I work really hard on it and I hope you guys definitely check that stuff out. So let me get to it. Now I'm going into this video assuming you guys have a basic understanding of what Destiny is and what Gambit mode is, but I'm going to tell you guys in the beginning of a Gambit mode match, which I'm going to jump right in the beginning of a Gambit mode match, what you're going to want to do is decide if you want to get a large blocker, if you're good enough to get a large blocker, or if you want to just deposit your small blockers. And this is something I know a lot of people have trouble with, because as soon as invaders start coming in, as soon as it's time for invaders to start invading your game, what happens is, this happens on the third phase. You're going to have 2 waves of enemies, and you're allowed to kill 2 waves of enemies. And after the second wave, what's going to happen is the portal's going to open up on either your side or the invader's side, and one person's going to get to go first, and one person's going to get to go pretty quickly subsequently after that. And if the invader kills you, you lose all your motes. And what happens to a lot of players is they're like, okay, I'm good, because they're killing the enemies, which are still tough, but they're easier than other players. And then what's happening is they're getting shot down by, you know, some skill fucking sniper that can take out a whole team. You know, they're getting taken out by the best players in the game because the best players choose to go over to the other side and do some PvE while most people are in this PvP match. So what you have to decide is, are you going to be someone who deposits it every 5, every 10, or every 15 motes? What I like to do for this is I like to figure out the team I'm facing first, if I can, or I like to try to understand what teammates I'm with, and if I know the kind of teammates I'm with, we'll kind of delegate these roles. So we'll say, well, you are the best player, so you should be getting all the large ones. And in the beginning of the game, we could have you run out and collect all the motes, and we'll just shoot the enemies for you. So if you're with a team, you can do that, or if you're solo, what you can do is just shoot the enemies by a teammate who's trying to, you know, survive, and hopefully he deposits them once he gets 15. Your overall goal, no matter what the teammate is as soon as they get 15, they're going to be prompted to go to the base. So if you're even helping someone out you don't know, as long as they're pretty competent with what they do in the Destiny game, they should be fine. Now, after playing a bunch of matches, I can tell you what usually happens is 1 or 2 players end up depositing their small deposits really quickly in the match, and you get blockers on the other side, which don't allow you to basically deposit your deposits until you kill the enemies they sent over to the other side. And what I usually see happen is around this time they send both their deposits and an invader. And what that does is it closes the ability for anyone to deposit their rank, and also makes an invader present. And if that invader is competent, it becomes dangerous for anyone carrying any motes, especially in the beginning when everyone's trying to save up their motes to summon, a large enemy, because that's the best thing you can summon, and everyone wants to do that, but it really comes down to if you can, and if you can survive the invader that's going to inevitably come. This next tactic is great, and it's even better for the people who love to play solo but don't know how they can really influence the match. When an enemy team summons their primeval, especially if you don't have your primeval already summoned, you should have one person camping by the portal. This is because the enemy is really going to be really focused on their primeval and getting the health down. Everyone kind of does it, and especially at the beginning of the launch, everyone's really intent on getting their primeval down. And there's always at least 1 or 2 players who let their guard down, have their supers activated, are kicking ass for, against the enemies in the game, but not against you, and you could take them out. And the weapon I love to use, and the weapon that I always use, is the bow, because the bow fucks enemies up so badly from a long range, and it doesn't need reloadable ammunition like a sniper rifle. The bow has so many bullets in it, and honestly all you have to do is kill 1 enemy to get it back to its full amount of capacity. It's really this endless supply of death stream. Its range is awesome. What I try to do is pick people off that are really outliers or their heads are popping out, and try to really make a low profile for myself. Especially as a hunter, this also helps me. Going in with your supercharge is a great thing to do, because a lot of the times players will use their super on the primeval, which is a good use of your super, especially if you have a PvE based super. But if you have a PvP based super and you want to use that against your enemies, it's definitely a good thing to do, because it always heals the primeval. You can see in this video, I healed the primeval 135%, which means they killed it once and they killed it 35% more, in addition to whatever my team healed it, and then they still lost the match. It's because I was a constant nuisance to them, I constantly was killing them, and because of me, my team was able to rise above that and slowly take the lead, rather than just going guns blazing and head first. Now, this method works a lot of the times, and especially when you have a team, if you delegate roles to certain people, people will start to get comfortable with their roles, and you'll start working like a well-oiled machine. I've seen it happen in matches, and it's awesome, and you become this unstoppable tour de force. Well, you're not going to be making it easier for anyone else playing the game, but it's going to start to become really easy for you guys as a team, especially if you play to everyone's strengths. If you have someone who's good at PvE, have them stay and collect motes. If you have someone who's good at PvP, do the same thing, but have them go to the other side if you're ever losing. Have them be the constant invader. You can even build builds for this and really have a lockdown on this game mode if you want to be one of the people who, you know, win as many matches as you possibly can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there are only kind of 2 tips if you really think about the broad general spectrum of it, but there's a lot more that's deeper in it. And if you assign roles in the Gambit mode, or try to help out your team members, even if you have no way of communication, if you have no mic, if you just, you know, have an assist or are okay with some of your team members collecting more motes than you, it's really a good way to promote teamwork and also promote the ability to win against other teams who might not be so coherent. So if you guys enjoyed this video, will like, subscribe, and comment whatever you thought. If you have any tactics of your own, and if you can, definitely comment what you thought about this video, or comment any suggestions, even if that suggestion is like, fuck you, eat a bag of shit. I don't care. I just like to see the feedback on my videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, like, subscribe, and peace out. I'm the Hunted Reaper.